Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Paracrew Podcast. I have not hosted in a very long time, so I apologize if I start to screw up. Hopefully, I do not. I have two co-hosts with me tonight. I have PDX, Emmy, and Karen Brandon from Minnesota Spirit Hunters. So I'm going to go ahead and bring them on real quick. Hi, y'all.
Hey, everyone.
Thank you for joining me tonight because I'm very, very, very nervous. But
You'll be great.
Hey, everybody in the comments. Thank you for joining us. I'm going to go ahead and bring on our guest tonight. This is Frailey Fear. He is a paranormal human.
Well, you fucked that up. Way to go, PDX. Hell of an intro. All that amazing stuff that just went on, and you just it all up. Thank you, Barbecue Squeaks. I appreciate it, but god damn it.
It's totally. Oh, I forgot to change that. Sorry.
What are we doing here? What are we doing?
Fucking up.
No,
I've waited all day for this and then ruined in 10 seconds. God damn it.
Hit the wrong button.
It's okay. That happens a lot. Life is life, not with you in general, just life. Like
Broncos beep already.
like I tried to ride a bicycle one time when I was a kid, and I thought it'd be cool to ramp off of it, and it wasn't. It totally hit me in the nuts and destroyed half my brain cells. So that's why I'm where I'm at today. So, hi.
Well,
everybody, welcome to the show. Yeah, that's right. This is an adult show. If you don't like it, I don't know. Stay and hang out. See what happens. See what happens.
So,
how do I share this shit? I've been trying to find out for like 20 seconds.
Don't share it. Don't share it.
Don't share the link that
I'm joking.
Don't share the StreamYard link. Share the event link, the first one that I sent you.
The event link should be on there. It should come across your notifications.
Okay.
I can send it to you right now.
Hi, David.
Okay, yeah, do it.
Hi,
No,
Nick.
no,
Hi,
I'll share.
John. Hey, Christina.
Just a reminder that we are an NC-17 show, so yes, you have been warned, like everybody's been saying. Just never know what's hey, everybody in the audience. Let's see if I got this right.
Shit.
David Hale,
Shit.
Jonathan Myers,
Jonathan.
Ron Knowles.
Beep already.
I did fuck that one up, didn't I?
That's a new one. Hello, Nick.
Yeah, Nick's a friend of mine.
Nice.
So I shared his YouTube link through Facebook, but it wouldn't let me share it in the comments on YouTube. So.
Oh, here comes one that we all love.
How you doing, David?
Hey, can you just share it on my page, like on my Facebook page, and tell everybody to come hang out? Yeah, because I can't. I'm special kid. I can't get it. I don't know what's going on. I'm half lit off of coffee and
Special too, because I screw up
cotton candy.
Time I'm on it.
Jesus Christ! I can make fucking commercials that you see on TV for people and make money off that, but I can't share a goddamn.
Yeah, I can't even find your link.
Post to Facebook about my stream.
No, I'm totally.
Well, it's different when you're using cameras.
Oh, it just shared. I almost shared your own
editing
YouTube
programs,
channel on your
thousands
page.
of dollars of
Only
editing
fans?
programs, but Mark Zuckerberg don't want me to share anything.
I just got out of Facebook jail. I can't be real.
Yeah, how did you get put in Facebook jail?
I made a comment that I shouldn't have because I was ticked off at Facebook, and then the next thing I know, I can't share to any of my original groups, not even my own. Basically, they weren't gonna let me. I was like, "Well, that's crap."
What did you say exactly though? Were you like, I'm so angry, I'm gonna dip this grilled cheese in ranch, or were you like,
That's actually
I'm gonna
good.
kick somebody right in their asshole?
God.
It was the ranch thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I figured no, because I've shared. If I'm too loud, let me know. I can turn my system
Oh,
down.
you're good.
I've shared things on Facebook that was like inspirational Robin Williams like quotes and videos, and Facebook was like, "Yep, there's naked people in this. You're suspended for 2 months." I was like, "What the fuck? What's going on right now?" And then I messaged them about it, and they're like, "No, we made our decision. This is right. You had naked people in there," and I'm like, "Robin Williams is fully clothed. This is from Mork and Mindy. Are you guys high? What the fuck?"
It was the egg. The egg wasn't fully dressed.
I don't know
telling
what's
ya.
going on, but those, I guess the people that fucking either they hate Robin Williams, which is blasphemy and a sin, or two, they were eating a lot of edibles and they got me confused with somebody else and was like, yeah, this guy is naked.
I do.
Yeah.
Everything's backwards with them. It's like I feel like it's backwards. Like they either want us to feel like we're in a Big Brother house, or that they just think we're dumb, or something, vice versa. I don't know. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I haven't been in Facebook jail yet, so
Well, good for you, Mr. Perfect Pants.
He's never on Facebook.
Well, that's good. Yeah, I'm hardly on Facebook either, but it's like for the Frailey thing, sometimes I'll pop in and surprise the team and be like, "Are you guys doing your job?" And it's like little kids when you just pop in and there's a substitute teacher and then the real teacher
they're
comes
all
back.
running around the room just screaming their heads off.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, it's Moon. Hey, Moon. Yeah, we're doing our job. I mean, we're sharing stuff and doing what we're supposed to. How about you?" And I'm like, "You're all f***ing grounded."
Is that Matt out there in the audience?
Yes, I believe it is.
Oh.
All right. Well, thanks for having me on the show, guys.
Yeah, it's
I'll
a
see you later.
pleasure to have you. You know what? We'll go to the next show, okay?
All right,
Matt's
so,
here. We gotta run.
all right,
Okay,
so
I
what are we
think I
doing?
got it.
We gonna talk about stuff, or are we gonna just shoot the shit, or are we gonna suck on each other? What are we doing?
To talk, but
Suck on each other is a term. I don't mean literally. You know what I mean? Like,
Obviously.
well, I mean, I could, but Brandon doesn't know me that well. He's the sexiest out of all of
I'll agree.
us.
How did you become
Matt's like,
a-
careful. I have a Matt, I dare you. You ain't got the balls to come up here.
Holy crap! There's a lot more people than when it was our previous show. Hello, everybody.
They have a bigger
I
following.
apologize. My computer's like a little bit off, so if I talk over you guys, I apologize for that.
You
'cause
better
I'm not
apologize.
personally.
All
If
you
you have
people need to go.
questions,
All you
lined
people
up
need
for
to go
this
to
one.
Brandon and Kara's show, man. Like they're fun too. Like
Mhm.
when they have live shows,
Yeah.
you guys should tune in. That's what you should do right now. Is go subscribe to the Minnesota Spirit Podcast and hang out and watch them because they're fucking great.
Well, thank you.
So, how did you become a paranormal cartoonist?
Well, that's wrong. I'm not a paranormal cartoonist.
You're not. You just said you were backstage.
No, not a paranormal
And he would
cartoonist.
lie to make a friend. I mean, come on, look at the
No,
guy.
no. God damn it. Do your research. See, now I definitely got to go.
I did do my research.
What are we doing here?
Okay, so YouTube channel.
Oh, that's what I do. I'm a YouTuber.
You're a
Yep.
YouTuber. So you're a paranormal YouTuber, then.
No, let's just go with it. Let's just go with it. I've been doing paranormal cartoons since I was 12 years old. So, I mean, I just make them and like put them in random like
Oh my
you know
god.
commercials on Facebook, and like most of them are hot dogs because I am fascinated with you know how
Wiener?
mustard goes on a
I
hot
can't
dog and
remember.
why mustard tastes like it does. So you just you know, so a lot of my cartoons are cartoon hot dogs. I just did a cartoon of the Terrifier eating a hot dog. You know, he was slaughtering it with his mouth.
Such bullshit. Okay, so here's I got a question for him. Can I ask a question?
Yes, you may. By all
Okay.
means. Now I'm lost.
So I only got a couple minutes to watch this because today. Shh. Sorry, my son's trying to get in front. So I was watching the Silent Hill finale,
Mhm.
Swamp Ass and Taco John.
Hell yeah.
So you want to talk about that at all?
No, the title says enough. Next question.
I want to hear about it.
Of course I do. It's just okay. Now with the cartoon stuff, I did create Lazarus. If for those people who don't know, Frailey Fear is just is a show on YouTube where he's like a darker character that's created. And right now, everybody's slowly finding out who Frailey is. One of the last episodes of the Candy Shop just ended, and he kind of gave you a little hint of who he is and like how he was formed. It was very Batman-esque. I was proud of myself. But he's a lot darker and scarier, and he wants to help the world and make the people who are like terrifying, doing wrong things go away and build a new world with people who are supportive of each other and are just really good people. You know what I mean? People that want to build and make great things and like be there for each other and are actual humans instead of like negative trolls and all these other things. But he also creates characters. Frailey has made a little owl named Lazarus. He's an undead owl, and he has a little hat. He looks like an owl, but Willy Wonka, and he can do magic. And then there's Chavez, the Pepsi drinking skeleton, and he's just literally a skeleton that drinks Pepsi, and he's a comedian. And they hang out together and play scary video games, and it's just a fun time. And I created both of them, and they're animated, so I am kind of like a cartoon creator. I didn't really know it, but I guess. But yeah, that
from your YouTubes, so that's why. I bet he's a paranormal cartoonist. So if I was wrong, I do apologize. So.
No, it's half right. It's cool. I don't give a shit. Like, I'm not one of those people that if somebody makes a mistake, we just roll with it, man. Fuck, we're human. Right. We all make mistakes.
Is it called Candy Shop?
Yeah, the Candy Shop.
Thank you. I was so... okay, so I'm sharing in the comments on Facebook the link for the first episode of Candy Shop.
Oh, do the third one. Do the third one.
The third. Okay, I'll share both because I already have this one linked.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, we all make mistakes. I've eaten sushi from a gas station before and it wrecked me for a week. So, you know what I mean? Everybody's comments of it. No, but the episode that was Swamp Ass and I forgot what you said and what it was actually. Swamp Ass and what? So you guys are muted.
We got to read lips in this show today.
You guys are muted.
Okay, Brandon muted us because our 6-year-old keeps screaming that his tablet's not working.
Oh, hell yeah. That'd be awesome if Brandon would have just took it and broke it and been like, well, now you don't got a tablet.
No, because then it'd be straight screaming the rest of the show.
No, but Swamp Ass and I don't know, whatever the rest of the title was just, it was just the end of that series. And like, we had been pushing really hard at that point to push through that game because Silent Hill is really scary and like fucks with your mind while you're playing it. I don't know if you've seen any of the movies or played any of the other games, but it is not a fun thing.
I've played all of them.
So I'm just in a dark room with 2 other dudes watching them record this and do the voice acting, and they're like terrified and trying to tell funny jokes to get through the episode itself. And it was you know what I mean? It just became like pure laughter and enjoyment, and then we wouldn't be paying attention to the game, and then all of a sudden like some real shit would happen and you're back in Silent Hill, and it's like, God dang it, we just get over with this. So they kept trying to make funny things to like push themselves through the scary situation. And I don't know how it come up, but I guess the actor Lazarus was in San Francisco and he had Swamp Ass, and Chavez didn't know what Swamp Ass was.
What about Taco Bell?
Yeah. He bought Taco Bell in San Francisco and ended up at some roller derby bar, and people were trying to kiss him, and he was freaking out, and he left, and like it was the whole thing. I don't know. And then Chavez made up a story about how in 1994 he went to court and a judge sentenced him to 2 years probation because he had Swamp Ass and he wouldn't stop scratching himself in front of the judge. So yeah, they're good. They're called riffers. That's what Robin Williams used to do. Love Robin Williams, by the way. But that's what Chavez does. He can make up, like he'll take something you say and make it up off of what you say and just roll with it and make a joke from it or just make a story with it. So that's a dying thing in the comedy world.
Improv.
Most people are boring and like just go off of each other in a very dry humor, like how Saturday Night Live sucks now. You know,
I don't watch it.
Really good people on there
since the 90s.
So yeah. So I don't know. There's just a little boiling room where these guys sit around and play scary games, and they're comedians. So it kind of just naturally comes out at certain points, you know, their emotions within the game. So the scarier it got, the more funny it would be. And they were just trying not to focus on. They were literally in the floor. You could hear it during the episode. They were in the floor laughing. Like you could hear how far away they were from the microphones and certain things, laughing, talking about Taco Bell and Swamp Ass. And yeah, it's just a fun time. I love all those people in my team. I'm thankful for you, my team. I love you. You guys are the best. Okay.
I'm doing this.
No, it's fine.
I got both 1 and 3 posted.
Oh, thank you. That's awesome. But yeah, guys, check out the Candy Shop. So enjoy you some Frailey Fear. If you like it, subscribe. If not, you can go fuck yourself.
He said it.
I thought it was really cool. Like it's got that perfect amount of creepy,
Yeah.
and then it's got a great message behind it at the same time.
Well, Doug Jones is in it. I don't know if you guys know the actor Doug Jones, but he was in Hellboy as the aquatic like fish with he has to see with his hands.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's probably his most famous role everybody would know him from. But Doug Jones is in it, and he's the candy shop owner. So
Very cool.
yeah.
Every time you say candy shop, all I could think of is that one song that goes, "Take me to the candy shop."
Oh, 50 Cent. Yeah. Yeah.
Such a
Yeah, I only know that because when we put stuff up on YouTube for like tags and stuff, we have to put in the candy shop, and then his pops up all the time, and I'm like, I really want to use that, but it's not related to this.
Right, and you're probably gonna get tagged if you do use it.
Yeah, it'd be really cool. I have a bunch of gangsters in there. They're like, "Yo, bro, we came for the grilled cheese at the candy shop," and it's like, that's not my crowd, but that's cool.
Right?
You guys, everyone's welcome. We love you all.
Exactly. So, what's been your favorite thing about doing what you do?
Excuse me, sorry.
How did you keep on continuing with everything?
So that was two questions, right? So
Yes, kind of.
was the
I'm
first-
like that. I'm a
what was the
spaz.
first? What was the first one? What was the first one?
How do you how did you? Okay, now I'm really starting to go.
No, you're good. You're good. You're doing great. I did. Like-
How did you? No. Okay, now I'm really. Cara, can you
Now
help
you
me
done
out?
How
fucked
about
her
how'd you
up.
get started?
This is the first time I've been this baffled.
How'd you get started with Frailey Fear?
It was just during quarantine, and I was miserable, and literally, like, there was a lot of stuff going on with my friends dying from this stuff, and family, and other weird stuff that was going on, and I was just isolated. And I had known some friends that they're kind of a little more famous. They have a show called Game Grumps, Aaron and Daniel. And we've been friends for a long time, and they kind of pushed me into doing it. And then, I've been working on it for 3 years, and I finally got like a cool group of people that wanted to help and do it. And so finally I just did it. And it was one of those things, when I created it, I wanted to make people laugh. I wanted people to have fun. I wanted it to be anybody could come here. I didn't want anybody to feel left out or like, what is it? Like, let me just kind of break it down clean, smooth, like color of your skin, how old you are, what your ideas are on politics, what church you go to, any of that shit doesn't matter here. We're all here as a group, as a community, to hang out and enjoy and laugh and forget about what the fuck's going on in the world and enjoy Frailey Fear and have a good time and push a positive message, uplift your brother and sisters, help people who need it, focus on things that are better in life than the negative shit that's spending an hour on your phone on Twitter talking to some troll that's fucking with you, when you could be helping your buddy who needs you, that's down in a bad mood right now, and talking to him through some shit. But just where your mindset is, there's a lot of esoteric healing that's like promoting health, wellness, good things of the mind, making the world a lot more positive, and then like taking negatives and turning them into positives, and the constant pursuit of helping others who need it, and just trying to make the world a better place. When Frailey says he wants to save the world, that's a real thing. Like, he really, really, really wants to help people who are downtrodden, hurt, been through bad relationships, drug addicts, people who can't control themselves with just certain things, like, and he's there for them, like the misfits of the world, if you will. And it's a really cool concept because, we've got message from people that was like, you helped me stop drinking. Hey, dude, I was thinking about committing suicide, and I watched Friends of Fear, and Lazarus and Chavez made me laugh, and you guys have been talking to me. You didn't know it, but I was really close, and you guys entertained me, and the fact that you guys talk to me every day back and forth has like saved my life, and like just little things like that. And that's a one person that I affect change with, that means the world to me and the team that does things, and we get several messages like that a week.
It really can help. It really can
That's
help.
awesome.
Yeah.
The
Matter-
feedback is always amazing.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know. And I don't think I give enough credit to the people. Like, I come on here and talk and do all the shows, but I mean, all of my team, and the people who put up with my stupid ass. Like, they're amazing people because I'm very particular about things, and like if things go wrong, oh my god, I buy everybody ice creams because I'm about to ream your ass. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm gonna give you a treat before I fucking tell you what you did wrong.
That's great.
Great analogy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I always believe in like I don't like being mean to people because we're all human and we all make mistakes, and I feel like it's very can you turn that goddamn thing off?
It's everybody, Matt's demon.
This story unfolds. That's part of the this story unfolds.
What the hell?
Won't come on my own show, huh, Emmy?
You know what? You just got me in trouble with our guest. For fuck's sakes, Matt.
What the fuck just happened? I thought I just had a heart attack and it ended and it was over.
I have a
What?
nasty habit of taking over different shows. Apparently, Emmy thought I would never take over my own.
Well, because you were dinging me, and then I get in trouble, I get yelled at, and then shit happens.
I had
And
to distract you.
it's not about you. I know. I all of a sudden I was like going, ah, and then that I was like, ah,
Yeah.
shit, Squeakers broke it.
I blame her.
I'm like, wow.
Question. Were you the one that was changing all the colors on all the names a minute ago?
Yeah, that about gave me a
No,
seizure too,
no.
because I was like, God damn it, what's going on? I'm like,
I know. I was like, wow,
Maybe.
Squeakers, you ask a guy a question, you're over there fucking around with colors and not even paying attention.
I love the fact that only Squeakers could see me backstage, and if you guys, and I'm sitting there going like this to her, I'm like quiet, and she goes, and then
that's awesome.
I see Kara going like, oh, okay. I'm like, wait, Kara can see me too? I was like, shut the fuck up.
Well, thanks for sneaking in here. More people are more welcome. I mean, it is your fucking show, but I don't know why I'm saying thank you.
I like to do that
You
every
got
once in
me
a
in
while.
trouble, dude.
I got called out. Emmy called me out, so I figured, what the hell?
I just got in trouble.
Well, thanks
Emmy,
for coming
you
in.
get in trouble every show.
Yeah, thanks for coming in. We all got our pants off. People are asking me questions, so take your pants
You know
off
what?
and ask me a question.
Too late.
It was ice cream, okay?
Yeah,
At least we know Moon would have gave us ice cream.
that's right. Yeah, see, I would have surprised him, and then I just would have been a note that said, "You suck at life. Here's an ice
Well-
cream."
Fedora has cupcakes, so
I need that sticker.
That needs to be that needs to be on a T-shirt.
Well, you
Which
suck
one?
at life. Here's an ice cream.
I would buy it. I would buy it.
That's for all you special kids out there who don't know how to do things in life and think that you're a pineapple. You identify as a pineapple.
Oh God.
And
I identify as
what's
a
wrong with
speed
being a
note. Damn it.
pineapple?
After watching Little Nicky, man.
Yeah, I identify as episode 265 of Batman from the 1966 Batman show with Adam West.
Right? Relatable.
Oh, I gotta turn this shit down. Matt, stop messaging me. I'm gonna get fucking yelled at again.
I
All
turned my
right, we got any more
notification
Frailey
ringer
Fear questions?
I just had to say, and I know people I've said I was going on a sabbatical, which I am, but I've been waiting to actually get you on the show for a while now because I've seen your cartoon, I've seen your podcasts with other people like Minnesota Spirit Hunters,
Yeah.
and a couple others, and I have to say you are doing something amazing, and I greatly respect the hell out of you.
Oh, thank you.
You know, it takes a lot, especially this time, and with everything going on, to find just a little bit. Okay.
Oh, that hurt my
fine.
head.
Wait. We have the same camera.
Everything's fine.
We have the same camera. Mine does that too.
Yeah. All right. Sorry.
It does take.
I don't know how to take compliments very well, I guess. Fuck off, camera. You're trying to say nice things.
Wait, I'll be like Emmy. Hold on, just yeah. Oh wait, went the other way. Oh crap, there we go. All right.
You done dropping yourself over there, Moon?
Yeah, I mean, I was trying, but I mean, when you're 6'5" and there's like a wire that's in front of you and you're trying to cross your leg and uncross your leg, shit happens.
Yeah, I have to redo my audio wires. It's just a mess. But no, it's
You're a
what
mess.
you're doing is something I think that we all in our community really
Mhm.
wants to do, and that's to help.
Yeah.
In many different ways. And like I said, in this time, it's really special to find somebody like yourself who's that creative, who can really just give you, you know, a couple minutes just to get away from reality
Yeah.
and to understand that what we have going on is a temporary thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know a lot of you are probably in the audience, which I know who you are, and I'm getting to you. Don't worry. But I had taking a little break myself. I wasn't even supposed to be on here tonight.
Well,
But
thanks for coming in.
but I will say I am coming back, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And
Nice.
it's gotten to the point where there are a lot of people who are calling others out for mental instabilities,
Mm-hmm.
mental defects, a lot of different things without looking at themselves. And
Yeah.
those people who are going through all that, what you're up to really helps out. And I like I said, I personally wanted to come on here and say thank you and keep
Oh.
doing what you're doing, brother. You're doing some amazing things.
Oh, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that.
Much love.
Hell yeah, man. That's what it's about. Like, if I could take some, you know, people step away from things for a little bit and just laugh and enjoy things, and then kind of, you know, go back to the matrix. That's what it's about. You know what I mean? Because I used to be a head chef in Chicago, man, for years, and like my life was miserable. I was literally a robot where I woke up, worked 18 hours, sometimes 23 hours, got little sleep, put energy drinks in me, and then did it again for like days on end for months and then years. And before I'd known it, 3-4 years had passed by, and I had all this money and all this like PTRs like built up, and I'm just like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? And it's like I was telling them on the Minnesota Spirit podcast, they asked me some questions, and I was like, it was just at a point when I was in when we had COVID, and I was in, you know, hiding basically from every other human because I wasn't having no mouth breathers give me that shit. But it kind of clicked like a button, because I've always wanted to help people. Like, I was a musician when I was younger, and I used to write songs and everything. And then I found out I couldn't sing to save my life. I was in a punk band, and that was my dream. That was like my first one. So when I found out that I couldn't do music, it was like a crushing defeat, and I just settled for whatever was next, and I put every ounce of energy into it, and I became a badass chef. Like I said, I was a head chef in Chicago. That, you know, it takes a lot of drive and talent and learning, and we had a nice place. But, you know, it was that experience that, like, just because something happens and then your dream is taken away doesn't mean that it's gone forever. Like, it's just temporary. Think about things logically, build on it. And if you really want to help people, build like a vessel, kind of like I have with Frailey, where even if like you don't want people to see you, that's what they see. You know, it's the product that matters. Like, and then the message and the positivity, and then like just getting it out. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you're miserable with what you're doing, take some time and think about what you're doing and really pursue what makes you happy. Because you know what? Out of all people, I watch motivational shit all the time. And the coolest shit that I've heard in 2022 is from fucking Steve-O, of all people. And he was like, he's like, look, you don't got to be very smart. You don't got to be handsome. You don't got to fucking have this gigantic platform. But if you have the fucking enthusiasm and the drive, that will get you places. It doesn't matter what you're doing. If you have the passion for it and you want to do it and you put the fucking effort into it every day, you're pushing what you want, your agenda, pushing it out there. That's what it's about.
100%.
Just like a visceral need to like do what you want in life, you know?
Yep.
And you know, it's funny. Everybody on this panel, and majority of the audience, if not all the audience, feel the same way. That's how we feel about the paranormal field.
Mm-hmm.
That's I mean, you see a bunch of logos on, you know, on top of the screen here. They're there for a reason.
Yeah.
They're, you know, everybody that we network with should be about that.
Right.
We all have a passion for this field. We have a passion for what we're doing, and we love what we do. We absolutely love it.
Let me ask you a question. This is a weird thing. You guys all get together and eat sandwiches and tell ghost stories?
We should.
I wish.
That's what you should be
Well,
doing.
actually, Emmy and I kind of did on the
That's
USS
awesome.
North
That's
Carolina.
been the right way.
No, the other way.
Nice.
There you go. The USS North Carolina, Emmy and I
We-
met up, and they actually
and
had
we
sandwiches.
Did eat sandwiches.
That's awesome.
Yep. We didn't tell
You know,
ghost stories. We just busted on a certain individual for just pacing back and forth up on the deck.
Oh wow.
Like he was lost. Remember that?
I speaking of paranormal stuff on the channel, I have a show called Chronicles from Underneath the Moon, and it's about paranormal and abnormal stories that I've experienced, or my friends, or people that we know, associates, or just different people that we're allowed to talk about, tell scary stories that are real that we've experienced, or like I said, my other friends have experienced. And I put up a ghost story about a girl from Gallatin County. And if anybody's interested in that, you should go check it out. It's pretty neat. It's basically, there's a bunch of us who are hanging out and going to, like, because I said I love music. There was a place in Heron, Illinois that we went to, and there was all kinds of like bands playing all the time. And we met a girl there in like a My Chemical Romance shirt with like Leia pigtails, with just like the prettiest, biggest smile I've ever seen in my life. And it looked like nothing could bother her. She was like floating on air. And it was so weird to me at the time because it was like nobody else ever knew, really paid attention to her. And we thought it was like how we didn't think about it at the time, but I know afterwards, once I tell you what I tell you, you'll be like, oh shit. But we hung out with her all the time, man. We would go fucking hang out. And you know the story I told about flashlight tag.
Yeah.
I lived in flashlight tag when I was a kid. So like we met all these people from the punk rock show, and all of us went to her house, and behind her yard she has a giant graveyard. And we played fucking flashlight tag out there, and it was so dope. That's what
That
we
would be fun.
Yeah, we wouldn't drink or anything. We would just go out there, eat pretzels, and like throw shit at each other, and just like we would clean up after ourselves because we're not going to desecrate a graveyard. You know, we're not fucking heathens. But no. And then basically, long story short, we went there one day to pick her up, and her dad answered the door, and I was like, "Hey, where's so and so?" And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Is this a joke? And I was like, no. He's like, she's been dead for 3 years. Can you please get off my property? Yeah.
Wait, what?
And then I told him that I didn't tell him we were hanging out with her and all this other shit. And he showed us pictures of her, and she was in the same shirt with the same pigtails. Yeah.
Damn.
That's a story
Wow.
that's on the, yeah.
Now I have to watch it.
And she was so positive and so cool, and like, I don't know if there's like what happens to you when you die if you pass on or whatever the fuck, but it was like she was stuck. And hanging out with us and like doing cool shit at the punk rock show was like her way of like passing on. And like we didn't see her after that. Like we would look at shows and everything, of course, you know. But it was like, yeah, that's one of the newest stories.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool as hell. All right. Well, I do have to get going, guys.
right.
I do have some things I have to take care of, but I just want to come on and personally thank you, Moon, for
Hey,
everything
thanks,
you
man.
do,
I
brother.
appreciate that.
And Emmy, Brandon, Cara, you guys are awesome. Thank you guys for filling in. And Squeaks, you're doing awesome. Quit second guessing yourself.
Yeah, you're doing really good, man.
Thank you.
Much love, everybody.
Much love, Matt.
Have a good night.
Oh, excuse me.
I'll take that as a goodbye. I love it.
So awesome. Well, that was cool of him to pop in and stroke my gigantic ego. I appreciate that.
Do you remember on the Minnesota Spirit Hunters show, I told you about a little bit about the P3 program or Pure Unity?
If it doesn't involve pizza or like working on things, my brain just doesn't remember it these days. I have the memory of a ketchup bottle, so
Okay, never mind then.
I
had
just
mentioned
shared his link out in the YouTube side of chat.
What?
I guess I could follow him too, maybe.
yeah, do it. Enjoy
Yeah.
it.
Wait.
There's all kinds of cool stories up, and there's something there for everyone. There's video games with the comedians I mentioned that are animated characters. There's, like I said, the stories that everybody has put up. That we did a story about Rod Farrell, the vampire from Murray, Kentucky. You guys heard about him?
No, I
Everybody
have
go
not.
give him a follow. I put his link out there.
Oh
in
man,
YouTube
yeah.
chat.
Rod Farrell was a guy from Murray, Kentucky that hung out with like a vampire group, and he like they had like out at the Land Between the Lakes, they had a vampire house where they would do rituals and all kinds of crazy stuff. And then like he was in love with this girl, tried to get her into the vampire group, and long story short, they went to Florida and like killed her parents. Like, it's
Wow.
crazy. It's like a real thing. There's been like documentaries about Rod Farrell. Like, he's not good.
Yeah.
And I told everybody, just to be aware of groups and things like you join like that, like vampire groups. Like, you think it's cool at the time because you're like 16 or 15 or however, and they're putting you in this group, and you're like, all right, I'm around people that are like-minded, that like the same shit I do, but it's dangerous.
It is dangerous, and there are real vampires out there, not like the movie type vampires out there,
Yeah.
but there are real vampires out there, and it's
And like these guys,
I don't want anybody coming at me, but there's some of these get-togethers that like are in Salem and a few other places, and I'm like, that can't be safe. I mean, how many young girls get taken every year from going there? I mean,
yeah, that's definitely something, because like I said, with this Rod Farrell guy, he was bringing people in, and then like he just had a really fucked up life, and like that was what he was gravitated towards because of his mom, essentially. And then they started this group, and then just like, it's tragedy. It's a terrible thing, and it's like I want people to be aware of that shit, because this is the good part of this side of this. You know what I mean? People getting together and talk about paranormal things and everything else. The bad part of it is when people start believing they're a vampire and hurting people and doing other things. And it's like, we're humans, man. I kind of made a joke about it earlier. Like, I identify as a pineapple, rough around the edges, but inside I'm an actually sweet dude.
And then Squeakers made the joke about
Little Nicky,
and I can't. Nope.
Oh yeah, where he puts it up Hitler's ass.
One of my absolute favorite movies ever.
That's good. Yeah, I love it. Is it time again? 9. No, but yeah, man, if you guys haven't checked out Frailey Fear, just go over there. There's lots of stuff. There's Moon. He does movie reviews. The magical movie reviews of Moon. That is definitely an X-rated show. They're trying to get canceled. So enjoy that. And then there's all kinds of fun stuff. Just skim your way through stuff, and I'm sure there's we make something for everybody. It's fun. And if you guys want to see something, we take like requests for what video games we play next that are scary. And we also do, like, if you guys want to see us review a new movie on the movie review show, we do that, and then all kinds of stuff. So there's always
question.
Yeah.
Question. When are they going to get to Resident Evil?
Oh, it's next. Literally.
Okay.
Ooh.
It's the next game. It was between that and Bindi and the Ink Machine. Like, Chavez looked it up live on while we were recording. He's like, "What the fuck is Bindi and the Ink Machine?" And he looks it up, and like, it's he's like, okay. And I asked them if they wanted to play it, and they're like, And
my daughter played it and beat it.
Awesome. That's badass. Yeah.
Bendy in the Ink Machine.
I beat it like 5 times.
We took
once you get the
we took a poll, and then people were like, "Yeah, play Resident Evil." And I was like, "That's cool." The Resident Evil 4 remake is coming out, so we're probably gonna play Resident Evil 4.
Have you done Call of Duty Zombies ever?
I mean, I have personally, and I went fucking insane, but I don't think we're ever gonna play that on the channel. Maybe for like a live stream, that would be dope.
I think that you should do Resident Evil 2, the remake.
Now we're talking dirty. Yeah. That's my favorite. No, I just did a review. It was up. That's another thing. We do like video game reviews, video series reviews. We just did a big Halloween series review, which got a good response. And like every Halloween movie ever, like they did a review on it. And like, it's just because every time Halloween comes around this year, I think about Michael Myers and I watch those movies. And then if I watch one, I can't watch one without watching 2. And then once I watch 2, I usually want to watch some of the other ones that are my favorites too, like 4 and H2O. And so like, yeah, I was like, hey, we got spare time. We're all sitting around here just, sucking each other off. Let's do some work. Sorry.
I have not seen Halloween Ends yet. I've seen Halloween Kills, but I've not seen Halloween Ends yet.
It's different. People were pissed off. People were pissed off because it's different, but it's a good different. it still involves Michael. And if people, it's still about Michael coming to Haddonfield and how he has fucked these people up for like ever. And this town where these people just refuse to like move out of there and try to build something from it. And he just keeps coming back and killing shit and fucking with Lori. They're traumatized. And if people don't get that,
Yeah, that was my question after the first movie. It's like, okay, you have a psychopath that's like 6'8" and can like bench press 500 pounds.
Jesus. Would you not move out of that
And
town after this
he
first
keeps coming
time?
back to the town, but you're just gonna keep living there. Okay.
That's what Moon said in the review. He's like, you killed my gardener. You killed the bartender. You killed the fucking post office guy. You killed my dog. You killed my wife. You killed half my family. You killed the fucking people that work down at the fucking restaurant. I can't go do anything in this town. Somebody get this guy. And I think at some point he was like, just get this bitch. Grab Laurie Strode, put her in the middle of town and let her fucking kill her and let's get this over with. Because that's all he wants. That's all he wants. And these people are just victims on the way to her. You know what I mean? That sounds really heartless and like I'm a piece of shit. But I mean, if I was in that position, just know I would sacrifice.
You're the type that if running from a bear, you'll shove somebody else down.
No, if we're running from zombies, I'm tripping my friend. No, I couldn't do that. I'd pick my friend up. I'd probably be the slow fat one that's like, I'm just gonna eat this Butterfinger I got in my pocket and they're gonna take me out. Run, dude. Because I keep candy in my pocket. That's right, kids.
Man, it's not funny.
Zombie apocalypse isn't hard. You just got to use your brain.
He does this whole like scenario, talking about what we would do if there was a real zombie apocalypse. I'm like, oh my god.
Nope.
For one, I'd be the first to die because screw running. Like that's not going to happen.
You'd be safe because you know what? All these people are going to panic and try to go to all these other places when they're the safest in their home.
Yep.
I'm serious. And then you just wait a couple days for all this shit to kind of go away and try to be safe where you're at and go get a fuck ton of food. Go back to your house. Make sure you got lots of guns and dogs and fucking start making a shelter or something to protect yourself like a barrier. And just don't trust people who are coming up to your house.
Good thing about northern states, we get real cold during the winter.
Oh yeah, man. So like zombies just be trudging through snow. They'd be real slow.
Well, they'd literally start freezing solid.
Right. Unless they're the zombies from fucking the new Dawn of the Dead, which are scary. Where they run and they sound like Bill Murray after he's had a few drinks.
So Zombieland, Bill Murray?
Yeah, we're just, like, yeah, just but no, like that movie. What's a zombie movie that terrified you when you were growing up, Brandon? Like true terror, where you were like couldn't go to sleep or something. Because mine was the one where they were at like the army base station, and I think it's Dawn of the Dead too, the original like Romero ones.
Yeah, Day of the Dead.
Yeah, where you see dude get pulled in half while he's screaming, and they do his voice too. It's like,
yep, like as the vocal cords are coming out, like you could hear like the.
Oh, shut up!
Yeah, that's what got me. I remember watching that when I was like, wow.
Oh shit! I caught the camera. Look at that.
I was getting ready to eat. That's what took so long because we had door service. Sorry.
We're just talking about zombies.
Yeah, we're just talking about random shit. We talked about Frailey Fear enough. That's cool. Everybody knows what it is. If you haven't, go subscribe. If not, that's cool too. I love all your faces. Thanks for everybody being here.
Let's do this. Your thing. Well, your link. I just put your link back in on the YouTube side.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Go check them out, you guys.
Yeah, go check it out. And that's one thing I will say about my community. If you're there, like when videos come out, I really appreciate the support and like the like and comments. Everybody interacts. That's a big thing I promote on my Facebook. Like, if you're a part of this, be a part of it. Don't join and then not say anything, not hang out, not meet people, not talk to. That's the point of Frailey Fear too, is to join, make some new friends. Maybe weird friends, but they could be your best friends for life. Who knows if you don't take a chance? That's a big thing I'm on now with life, is like looking at opportunities I've lost from the past because I didn't take a chance on doing something. And the timelines of it is like, what if I did this? Would I be friends with this person, or would I be here if I took this path? And it fucks with me. So now every time there's opportunities to come out to try new shit, like I am terrified of heights. My friend's like, let's go to Comic-Con and go skydiving. I was like, cool, I'm gonna die, but let's do it.
Nope, couldn't do it.
Yeah, and there's this thing at what is it? Six Flags. It's like the Superman bungee. The Superman bungee where you get all the way up on the scaffolding and they fucking shoot you across the whole park above the park on a bungee cord.
Nope.
I'm gonna do that.
Let's do it.
Here in Minnesota, we have an amusement park. It's called Valley Fair.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like that. You sit in a harness thing and they lift you way up to one end. And you have to actually pull the cable to release it to be able to swing down.
Yeah.
And I mean, you like swing out like freaking, way up there.
I wouldn't make it up the steps to get to it.
I had.
It would just be, I'm just gonna let you know, like, I'm not gonna make it conscious, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna get up there and I'm gonna pass out and they're gonna swing a guy that's unconscious across the fucking park and I'm gonna look dead. It's gonna be like Weekend at Bernie's.
My son does that.
But just like boop, like across the park, and it just like the dude with his arms hanging passed out, and I just wake up and it'd be like turning on a computer and turning it off, just right back to fucking unconscious because I'm that terrified of heights.
The G-force gets my son. We were at some carnival, and his girlfriend was saying, "Oh my God, he passes out on a ride." I'm like, "No, he don't. Come on." So I go on the ride with him, and I'm like, "Okay." He goes, "Mom, I really do. This is embarrassing." I'm like, "No, you don't." I'm hanging onto his hand. G-force starts coming down. All of a sudden, he's like, and he comes to. He's like, "Ah!" And that's all he did on the entire ride.
Oh, I've seen YouTube videos on that.
Yeah. I've seen one in Texas where they were like on one of it's like a pole thing, and everybody sits around in a circle around the pole of the seats. And this kid was like, "Hey, can I get your number if we survive this?" And kind of just laughed it off. And they went up in the air and come back down and slammed on the ground. And there's like bodies flying everywhere. Yeah, I
remember seeing that one. Yeah,
I've seen the one where the one football player kid that was like 14 fell out.
Yeah, I don't think he got her number.
No, I remember seeing the one that he was talking about, like the whole thing, like disengaged and like slammed into the ground.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It just passed away that they were talking about on the news.
Hmm?
There was one that just passed away. I don't know what happened, but something with the slingshot ride. He fell out or something.
That was the football player that was like 14.
14-year-old kid. They didn't have. He was too big for the ride, but the people let him ride it anyways.
Jesus
he
Christ!
Fell out.
And it went to do the whole jolt
They
thing.
got it on video.
I mean, he just slipped right on out.
I hope his
my
family
God.
sues that whole fucking place in the ground to where they can never have anything ever again.
Yep.
That's irresponsibility at its finest, man. Take care of your shit. This shit's dangerous. Like, God.
Yep.
If he doesn't fit, you got to turn him away.
Yeah, right?
That's, we've got a county fair that comes into the town that we live in.
Mhm.
And I rode pretty much all the rides that are there. But I make sure that, when I'm getting onto the ride, I literally watch what they're doing when they go to close it up. You know what I
Especially with our
mean?
kids riding rides.
Yeah.
Because I've either usually got my daughter or my son on the ride with me. So I'm looking and I'm paying attention to make sure that they put that damn pin in that door to make sure that it ain't going to come open.
Right, yeah. Well, the thing is, like, when I was a kid, again, trauma from being a child seems to be a running theme in my life. Went to Six Flags and, like, I was on the Eagle roller coaster, which was a wooden roller coaster at this time. And the fucking thing jumped off the tracks and my mom's dentures flew out. So
wow.
I didn't want to ever get on a roller coaster ever again after that. My dad's drunk and he's like, "Are you ready to go on the Ninja Boy? You ready? Fuck your mom's teeth. Get on this thing with your drunk dad." And I was like, "Can I just go get a tiger painted on my face and we go fuck home?"
Face painting.
I know what he meant.
And then when I was older, I tried to ride the Batman. I couldn't quit farting because I was so nervous. Because your legs dangle. It's death.
Yeah.
You're sitting there. You're in this. I'm 6'5". And my fucking legs are dangling, and I'm like
this.
this.
A little itty bitty seat that you sit on, and the rest of you is just dangling.
Yeah. And then there's a guy that's next to me on his phone. He's like, "Whoa, dude, you're kind of big, like that guy in Texas when he got decapitated." And I was like,
Why did you say that?
Thanks, asshole.
Yeah, and then we got off the ride afterwards, and he became a pretty cool friend. But he was a piece of shit for fucking with me because that didn't happen. But You know, he was just trying to mess with me. He could see I was literally nervous and probably smell me too because I was dropping ass. Like I said, I had about 3 root beers. I was so nervous.
Oh no!
Yeah.
You can find links in the bio.
You guys got any other Frailey Fear questions? This is fun.
I stepped away for a moment, so repeat all the ones they already asked.
I don't remember all that shit. Just ask the question. We'll go with it.
Okay. So, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. It's okay.
You guys are great.
Go ahead, squeakers.
I got
Meeny, meeny, mighty, mo.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Somebody ask a question.
It's all right. I got time. I make you suffer.
So, do you actually go out and investigate paranormal? No.
Yes. With no pants.
Ooh, that's even better. There we
Yeah.
go.
While eating a cheeseburger and a bag of Doritos. That's what I use as a hot box, as a bag of
Okay,
Doritos.
so which Doritos? Which kind? You got to be specific about.
It's
this
the
kind of
spicy
Dorito.
ranch. It's got to be spicy ranch or there won't be any activity.
You dip it in bean dip.
Yeah. Yeah. Just no
Ooh.
pants. And that's how you really tell they're around. If you're just pantsless with a bag of Doritos and they
You
come
guys-
running.
Take note. Listen to this guy. He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Any other questions?
Yeah.
Have you had any paranormal experiences actually happen to you?
Geez, lots. I told you about the story when I was on your guys' show about when I was a kid. That was terrifying. That was there something that was following me and my friends, and one of my friends passed away. Miss you,
Yep.
Jeremy. And I always tell everybody that story because people think I'm a lunatic, but it's a real thing. And I lost one of my friends when I was a kid, and his parents didn't even believe me. It fucked up our whole relationship, our whole like community we had there, and they thought we were just being weird kids. And he got kidnapped, and somebody killed him. And it was like, no, it was a thing, whatever paranormal, abnormal thing that took him. And still to this day, like I had said, there's like things that come from there, from people I know that are like, dude, hey, you're the kid that was here and your friend got taken. There's still shit happening. And I think one of our friends has got, you know what I mean? So it's still there,
That
which
sounds
is
like
sad
some
because
Jumanji shit. Like
people don't believe. And this thing knows that, you know what I mean? It's like,
Well,
we
there's-
need to get a hold of Sam and Dean or something. Somebody who's, is there really like professional people who hunt shit like this and go check it out? Because go to fucking Heron, Illinois and look for this thing.
I have not ran into an actual hunter yet, but
Yeah. I mean, there's knowledgeable people like you guys about yourself. Like you thought it was,
Skinwalker.
yeah.
yes, because of the way it like looked at me when in the story, when in my eyes, and it tried to like has a link with me now. So it like fucking traumatized me. But no, like just like nothing like that ever again. But like just friends who have told me stories about them going out and like, for example, like some friends like got drunk and got in a car wreck, passed away. They see him a week later, like before they're gonna go to bed. Just weird things, man. Weird things. Like I've personally experienced. I can't think of any of them off the top of my head, but I have friends, you know, where you get in those social settings where you've had a few drinks and we're out in a bonfire and people just start talking about this shit because,
Yep.
you know, it's like, it's a way of them to get rid of their stress. And also like, I think they've been holding on to it for a while. So if they've had drinks, it's a way to like, just, hey man, you seem, because for some reason I'm like a fucking antenna for these people.
the
Because I'm so
magnet.
friendly. My
Right,
wife
magnet.
says that like I could make friends with a brick wall. It was like we went to Walmart and 4 or 5 people just come up to me and start talking to me about pies and shit.
Oh my God, I'm that way with paranormal. Even before Google was around, I'd be walking in the park from school to work, and some people would come up to me and be like, "What's your take on the paranormal?"
I don't think mine wasn't immediately. It's like we'd have to hang out a few times, but then like they just get comfortable and they're like, dude, I shit my pants the other day. There's ghosts in my house. Stop it, Mikey. And I'm like, okay, we're to that point. We're that cool. Okay. All right, see you, Brandon.
So what was worse, seeing the pants or like seeing the spirit? Like,
Yeah, no, I think he shit his pants because he's seen a spirit. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I'm just grabbing a refill.
Oh yeah, I probably need to do that too. No, but these things are real. I haven't had any like crazy ghost stories. I had the story I told them that was I think is a skinwalker. You guys are right, and I want to say thank you to you two for like because I did a bunch of research. Wow, I'm getting nervous talking about it already. I apologize for my stammering. I did a bunch of research about skinwalkers, and that totally fits the bill, Brandon. Like it hit the nail on the head, dude.
Well, listening to your story, and back when I was a teenager, I got to a point where I really started researching the paranormal a lot and like a lot of different things from the paranormal. Like I started researching cryptids. I started researching, different techniques that a lot of different people use throughout the years.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, when you were telling me the story, like almost everything that you were telling me, like fit perfectly to, what I've heard from multiple stories about them.
Yeah. And I ran into one of those things when I was like 9. 9. And like I think it's one I like for people who are out there and uncomfortable and I think I said in the last show that we did on your guys' channel too that I'm gonna do a documentary about this shit. People who have experienced things when they were kids like this that are paranormal, that are traumatized, or adults, like come to me. I will film you. You talk about this shit. Relieve this from you. Get this off of you and feel better about it and start living fucking life. And don't be like to this day, I still can't keep a window open in my bedroom because it makes me uncomfortable and I can't fucking sleep.
and there's a lot of even adults to this day that have problems talking about things they've experienced or
Yep.
I'll be 53 next month, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's still shit I don't even talk about because it's like people think you're a fucking nutcase.
Yeah.
When you start talking,
God.
they really do. They look at you.
I think when we first did the show and like Kara asked me the question, she's like, "You got any stories you want to talk about?" She didn't expect that shit.
No, that was a great story.
I probably thought they probably both thought I was fucking crazy.
Nope.
And like, no, I think you guys are honest and genuine, but like there's people who will act like that who'll be like, "Yeah, dude, okay, yeah."
And then walk away.
There's people out there that don't have their eyes open. That's the thing.
And it's the stigma.
They're not
People
awake.
are scared to talk about their experiences because of the stigma behind it. They're afraid everybody's going to call them crazy or think that they need to go to an insane asylum.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. They're
It's
not
just
awake.
like people's theories on Cairo, Illinois. It's a ghost town now. Apparently, there was something there that was like taking people's souls, and that's why that place is empty. I don't know. I've been around some people that talked about it for like a whole night that were high on like Red Bull and Mountain Dew, and just you know what I mean, or like these fancy little cotton candy drinks that I love, the soda popinskis, and that's what they were talking about this shit all night, and it was convincing. And I'm just like, man, that really makes a lot of sense. Like I don't know if you've been to Cairo, Illinois, but it's literally like barren. There's nobody there. And this was near a shipyard back in the 70s and 80s that was like booming. This is one of the biggest spots. Like it was like Chicago, Illinois, Cairo, because of all the import and everything that like is going on through there. Now it's gone. Ghost town. What the fuck happened? Well,
That's exactly what goes through your head. I mean, these ghost towns. There's millions of people in the world. Why aren't there anybody there?
yeah. Like what caused these people to leave? They all just didn't leave at once. There was something going on that they don't talk about and they don't tell you. Whatever.
The way that I stop and think about it is, think about like a bear or like a deer. If they find a constant food source, easy prey, they're gonna keep going back to that same spot over and over and over and over
gone.
Again.
Yeah, like a rogue shark. Like when it feeds.
Yeah.
It just stays right there in that area and swims in a circle until the food is gone or dried up, and then it moves on to another place.
Yep.
So I don't know, but just I can't really think of anything that was like spectral. Like I said, I've been with friends who had the Ouija board shit, which freaked me the fuck out, and I was
I
like,
won't touch one.
No. And then I told you the shit that happened with my parents. Or my dad was like, I lit that fucking thing on fire and it was back in the closet, Mike. I was like, oh, get rid of it. And we had a priest come to the house and shit. Yeah, so that's probably about the most things I've had PDX is just stuff like that.
That's awesome. Well, guys, it's about that time. We got to take a commercial break real quick, and then we'll ask a few more questions. This has been a blast. I again apologize for my stuttering. I keep stuttering over words and screw it up, but
You're fine. You're doing good.
I don't hear no problem.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Saying.
You're super self-conscious. You need to stop. You're fucking amazing at what you're doing. You're doing great.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, we're going to go ahead and go behind stage real quick.
To this crew, yeah, we like to keep it positive, you know how we do. Big up to this crew. From day one till it's done, do or die, me and you. Big up to this crew, yeah, we like to keep it positive, you know how we do. Big up to this crew. Got props non-stop and mad love for you. Rising up like the moon, elevating the mood, uplifting attitudes, cause that's what we choose to do. And I don't know about you, but there's enough negativity going around with plenty room to improve. Yeah, sometimes we collide with stress and negativity. We always let it slide. It's an elevated vibe, so fly. We touch the sky every time we ride. Big up to this crew. Yeah, we like to keep it positive. You know how we do. Big up to this crew. From day one till it's done, do or die, me and you. Big up to this crew. Yeah, we like to keep it positive. You know how we do. Big up to this crew. Got props non-stop and mad love for you. Now roll back time. Tell me what you find. You're gonna see the same sucker MCs on the sidelines. In the fourth quarter when it's do or die time. That's when this crew is inclined to go prime time. From day one straight till it's done. But you all know full well that we only just begun. Yeah. We stick together, one for all for one. When it gets heavy, no, we don't cut and run. Crazy thinking about the places that we've been. Yo, I could tell you stories that'll make your head spin. But like I said, straight, thick, or thin, there's so many memories giving me silly grins. So please allow me to introduce to you my one and only homies, yo, I love this crew. So please allow me to introduce to you my one and only homies, yo, I love this crew. Big up to this crew. Yeah, we like to keep it positive, you know how we do. Big up to this crew. From day one till it's done, do or die.
It's been coming up like sun above. It's making us come together. Been making plans and joining hands. Come by me, stand and come together. When they know we've had enough, they'll try and call our bluff. But no, there's no stopping us. We're making a promise. Yeah, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. Oh, yeah, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. Oh, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. Oh, yeah, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. They say we're weak when we don't speak, but they don't see us come together. Behind closed doors, we choose love, not war. Together, they will hear us loud and clear. We'll walk right through the fear, and then once we'll all appear and say, we're standing right here. Come on. Yeah, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. Oh, yeah, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. Oh,
Hey, everybody. That was a long one.
That's all right. Look at that. I went and got myself a fancy Harry Potter root beer. Yeah, the Flying Cauldron.
Check
That's
that
right.
out.
I'm a nerd. I like Harry Potter. Suck my ass. Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back.
I still think Gandalf would win.
Oh, yeah. Me too. Gandalf's one of my favorites. Let's read some of the comments. Randall Koval, he said that he worked at Overbrook Insane Asylum. Where the hell is Overbrook at? Overbrook, Illinois? Did somebody Google that? He said it's an insane asylum. So I imagine there's some crazy energy there, man.
Overbrook Insane Asylum podcast.
Oh, yeah. But he said he worked at.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, he said he worked at Overbrook for 10 years. I mean, it must be crazy. He named his podcast after it.
I got a question ready.
Okay, thanks for putting out my link and everything too, everybody. And thank you for everybody that come in and has been hanging out and watching me tell dirty jokes and be a weirdo. So I appreciate all you.
I love it.
So is this still going on?
What the hell?
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah. If we don't get enough subscribers by the end of this year, I gotta drink that thing. That's a hot dog and water.
Ew.
Way to go, Carrot, busting me out. Weird contest.
Did you put a hole in it so you can drink it like a straw?
Goddamn right I did.
Oh my god.
It's gonna be
Wow.
awesome. It's been there for like 5
Why did you
months.
use milk instead?
Whoa, because milk is
Milk,
thick.
ew.
Milk is thick and chunky.
So everybody, join his page and like his stuff.
Yeah, don't let me drink the flavored hot dog water.
Please save me from this
Got it,
evil.
cruel.
Yeah, please save me from this evil. I might just drink it to entertain everybody else because I'm a man.
Ew.
Yeah, I know, gross. I'm not a man at all. Fuck that shit. I don't want that. I mean, I'm a man, but I'm not like an ego guy.
How
that's
long
like,
has it been sitting?
I'm going to fucking drink it and show everybody what's up and then end up in the hospital for 5 months because I got fucking food poisoning from a fucking hot dog and water for 6 months. No.
Botulism.
Mm.
I
Yeah,
say it's
botulism.
hot dog milk and bagel seasoning and pickle juice.
I'll pickle juice you. You calm down.
And it can't be just any pickle juice. It has to be Mount Olive spicy sweet pickles.
Me and Carr, we were playing poker one night. We got bored. So whoever won the hand got to make a concoction for the other one to eat.
Done that.
Oh.
It's just some random condiments on a spoon.
Regretted that.
Mixing condiments together.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, there were some that were really bad.
I seen my friend just straight up like inhale. Like, he lost a bet, and we were like, dude, you can pay him $100 or you could eat half this wasabi ball.
Oh.
Yeah, and he didn't even hesitate. He was drunk. He was just like, wasabi ball.
Oh, I
And then we're like, how's your belly doing? And it's like, and I'm like, you sound bad. And he was like, I'm fucking fine. Mind your own goddamn business. He was not fine. He was sweating. He was red. I was like, Joey, you sure you're okay, buddy? And he was like, I shouldn't have did the wasabi.
They disappeared about like 10 minutes later.
Oh, shit. So we got any more fun questions?
I had to scroll way back for that.
Oh yeah, because we've been talking for a while now. I love you guys to death. You've been part of the Frailey Fear stuff now. I think you're officially part of the team. I love you to death. You've like got me on these awesome podcasts to meet new cool people, and so without you, I wouldn't be able to do the shit. You and Brandon. So thank you guys.
They lied to you. We're not cool.
I think you
Who told
are.
that?
That's all that matters to me. I think so.
I'm a loner.
Wait until she pulls out her floppy unicorn horn.
Oh God.
Hey,
Do it.
that's X. That's not NC-17, Brandon. That's X. That's rated X, buddy.
Okay.
Now, how much one of those things cost these days? Do they take batteries?
And he's like, damn it.
Is she gonna do it or what?
I'm trying.
No, me and my friend were talking the other day. Our other buddy owes us like $500, and we were just gonna shave him and paint him green while he was passed out because he works in the coal mines, and he's an asshole. So we're just gonna shave him and paint him green, and then like glue some dildos to his head and call him Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z, and take pictures and send it to everyone. What? You don't owe us $500? What kind of a human being does that?
Well, put that down in the cave. He won't have any problem with those Tommy knockers.
That's a good series. What is it? The Tommy Knockers?
Mhm.
DVD? Yeah.
Oh, she did.
Oh, where'd she go?
She's probably trying to figure out her computer.
Okay, with every question that you have already answered, what
Mhm.
has been the most craziest thing you've ever experienced?
Craziest thing I've ever experienced. You have to give me a second. I've been through a lot of weird shit.
Right?
I'm trying to,
I could tell
I'm
you
trying
about.
to think. I don't want to give you some fake ass answer. So,
No, I totally appreciate that.
craziest thing. I don't know. My memory's so bad. I drank for 20 years. I've not been drinking for the past 3 years. So, I know I've done a lot of weird and wild shit, but I don't remember much of it. I'll say this. The craziest thing I think I've ever done was like when the Dark Knight movie come out. I got wicked drunk, dressed up like Batman, jumped off of my friend's roof who was really high through a picket fence. That's pretty crazy.
Ow.
Yeah.
What bones you break?
Oh, ribs. I woke up in pain. I was cool the whole night, and then the next morning I was like, hospital.
Okay, that had to either be in
I've had broken ribs before. It sucks.
Yeah, and a bruised tailbone. It's like the bruised tailbone was worse than my ribs, man.
Yeah, yours is
Took forever.
Yeah,
up your butt or falling off the thing like you did. Oh my god.
I don't know why, but I was just that guy. I was, and then I've always been that guy. I love to make people laugh, even at my own expense. But I think that was a little. It was one of those things where I have like Marty McFly disease, where he's like, "You won't. You're yellow, chicken," and I'm like, "Bitch, I'll jump off this right now naked." That's just in my blood. I don't know why. I am my father's son. I have his apple blood. So
same thing here. That's why I'm a daredevil too.
Probably be more of a daredevil if I wasn't over your shoulder going, "Don't do that, it's stupid."
Yeah. Oh, I another thing, like having a Roman candle fight. Like, with
Oh,
other
that's
people.
just fun.
Whoa! What the fuck?
The things I do for you people. Yeah.
Love it.
I had
And the
technical
interview's over.
difficulties, and this
Bye bye. What the fuck is that thing on your head?
It's a floppy unicorn.
It's a floppy unicorn horn.
Yeah, bro, that looks like something H.H. Geiger made from the Alien movies, but dirty.
no, come on. Get your mind. I heard somebody snort.
Jeff Goldblum would be proud. I mean, he did The Fly and he made himself look amazing, but this is a whole new level for somebody.
Potato.
Are you
What?
sure this is?
She's got all the cool stuff.
Oh god.
Stay like that the rest of the interview.
Actually, you'll probably like this one. How about this? Hold on. Ooh, I'm a pickle. Not
Stay.
that one. No, that's not
The
the one.
fucking pickle. Stay. Stay. You're the pickle. That's awesome. Please.
I don't want to be the pickle. I want
Somebody
to
clip
be-
this shit.
Clip it. Clip
With
it
glasses
real good. Du-du-du-du. Okay, actually, no. What is that I want to be? Oh. You guys don't stop talking on account of me.
No, you're a fucking pickle. It's fucking freaking me out.
We're all waiting to see
This
what's
will
next.
really throw you off.
Oh,
Okay.
Whoa. It looks like a retarded Pokemon.
Okay. No. Maybe. Breathe, squeaker,
Chimkin,
breathe.
Chimkin, I choose you. Do ass slap. Confuse him.
I'm so happy these were recorded.
Yeah. Oh shit, we're back.
No.
I thought we were behind studios.
Oh shit. What Marcus is like, what the fuck? I don't
Yeah.
know. They made me do it. They came here, twisted my arm, and said, "Hey, go behind scenes and do this."
Dude, that's giving me fucking.
There
That's
was
making
no
me dizzy.
arm twisting involved.
Yeah, that's just making me dizzy. It's like a drunk fucking eggplant. Just
Okay, fine. You don't like my eggplant?
no,
Fine.
I like it.
No, you don't. You don't like.
Just
my
choose one.
eggplant.
Choose one. We gotta get rid of the eggplant though. You're gonna give me a fucking
I'm
seizure.
going to get rid of the eggplant. You like the pickle, right? Ooh. How about
No,
some
I
corn?
don't like the pickle. The corn works, yeah.
Oh, actually, there we go. Okay, let's get back with the interview.
What the fuck?
You broke Emmy.
I can't focus. You know, no. Okay, go back to normal.
Put a bag on that.
I can't focus.
Scary movie.
I can't stop looking at your
It is like
screen.
legit like scary movie. That is awesome.
Eh,
Like the lady with the bag on her head. Oh.
Or like dude with little hand. You can't look away.
There
Oh
we go.
my god.
Okay, there we go. Cool. Fuck. What's the craziest thing that's happened to me? All that shit that just happened.
And now you know. And people, this is why he's like traumatized. He comes on shows like this, and
The fucking pickle popped up. She had
yeah.
a unicorn. She had a unicorn turd on her head wiggling around.
Hey, you gonna remember this in the next 5 minutes? No.
I will remember
Marcus
this.
is like retarded.
I will
Pokemon.
remember this until tomorrow when I forget everything again.
Right after midnight.
Right. I used to have a friend that I would tell him all the time, I'm like, hey man, I'd give him the gremlin rules on everything. I'm like, you can't eat after midnight because you're an asshole. You'll turn into a giant asshole. He's like, I'm already an asshole. Like, okay. But you can't eat after midnight because you're a bitch. And he would and just keep doing it. He gets so frustrated. Like, yeah. I remember one time I left a bucket of KFC out there that said, you're a bitch. Don't eat after midnight. Sorry. Okay. Any questions?
Facial expressions are amazing.
It can be anything. It
Can
doesn't,
I
have
buy
to
a
be,
vowel?
it doesn't have to be Frailey Fear related. It can be anything.
Okay. Can I buy a vowel?
I don't know. We're not on a fucking game show.
You asked any question, so I'll
Yeah,
ask
buy a
you.
vowel. I don't know what that
Fine,
means.
Thank you. I don't
This
know either.
world.
Just thank you.
An A,
Squeakers.
A,
And now E.
I, O, U.
Sometimes Y.
That's what we're
Question.
gonna do. A, E, I, O, U. That's what we're gonna do.
Freaking
I have a
eggplant.
question.
I fucked your mom. I fucked your dad. I fucked your dog. What?
Oh my god.
What's the question?
Okay, making sure. No,
Hey,
I was
Nikki.
gonna ask how the costume or the cosplay costume's coming.
Oh, awesome. It's really cool. Like got like staff and like a giant, like scary, like warlock looking staff, and like his jacket is getting done, and there's a vest with it that came with it that's really cool. So I put it on the other day and decided I should probably whoever's wearing this probably's got to lose some weight because we bought it a little tight. And I was like, if I can't fit in this, then I you know, I don't think the person could be able to fit into it. So, but yeah, we had a Halloween party, and I posted a video on Facebook of what the house looked like and everything. And one of my friends got into the costume and kind of put it on without my permission, and I was like, no, take it off. What the fuck are you doing? He was all drunk. He's like, I'm fucking Frailey Fear. I'm fucking here to help you. And I was like, oh god, you're an asshole. I love you.
So are you gonna have it ready? You were talking about a con, Paracon, not a Paracon, but some type of con.
Comic-Con.
Comic-Con.
March is the goal because March is Chicago Comic Con. So, and then I have to go do stuff to talk about people about Netflix stuff. so I can't talk a lot because I
Netflix and
signed
chill?
NDA. So, but Netflix thing from Netflix. That's all I can say. That's
There
been
you
in the
go.
work for like 2 years.
Question: would you ever be interested in going on an investigation?
Oh yeah, I think I told you last time we did it. I would only go with you if we held hands and had chicken nuggets.
Smart ass.
No, but yeah, I would absolutely love to go. I promise I'd be on my best behavior and be quiet. That way I don't agitate anything, or like I'll take it very serious. Be very respectful.
Honestly, there are times where you're just like bullshitting before you even have everything set up,
Yeah.
and like
Get all
people
that
start
energy
coming
out
through.
and then go.
Some of our best investigations was us bullshitting, and then we had the ghost box on, and the ghost started communicating, like talking about our bullshit and laughing at us. It was
That's
great.
awesome.
More
Those are
than
good.
probably
Those are
3-4
good
times.
spirits, right?
Yep.
Huh?
They do come out more.
Those are
than
good
that.
spirits, right? They're like chill.
Yeah,
Wow.
I assume.
Well, I don't
Open.
like. How do you quantify? How do you categorize spirits like on their behaviors? Obviously, but I mean, like maybe it's like us. We don't know. You know, maybe the spirit dude's having a bad day, and he's like, man, I fucking took over this dude's body to be a human to fucking to get some chicken nuggets so I can taste nuggets because it's been like fucking 30 years and I can't taste it, or they fucked my order up and I'm pissed today.
What?
I don't know. I'm just going. I'm trying to make it interesting.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, is there a way to tell like why are
And they call
certain
you a
spirits-
bitch and start cursing at you. You know, I'm
So
just
We've
saying
gotten
that.
sworn at quite a few times.
why is there spirits that are like chill, and then why are there spirits that are like just fucking wildly agitated no matter what?
Yeah.
So think about it. If you're an asshole when you're alive, you're most likely going to be an asshole when you die.
Okay.
So like my grandpa came through once, and he was a freaking asshole.
Oh wow.
And so when he came through, he was like nothing changed.
Yeah.
So you figure, the more pissed off they were when they, as a person before they passed away, then they might even be more pissed off because they're dead and they can't
Do
the things
nothing.
they used to do, you know?
Right. I always wondered that because it's like, well, I wonder if like something happened to me, and if I for some reason was like hanging around here, if I would just like tell fart and dick jokes and make people laugh, and they'd be like, "That ghost is awesome."
Probably.
Or farting. Yeah, everybody would catch that.
Play some pranks.
Yeah.
That's
Take
awesome.
this person's soda and move it over here.
Today.
You guys know anything else about Frailey Fear?
Can you say?
Any new upcoming stuff?
I like asking them the questions because they just get quiet and they're nervous. Like, oh, no, he's asking again. Fuck.
So, like I just said.
Yeah, lots of new stuff coming up, man. Like the Netflix thing. That's not a for sure thing. That's just kind of talking. The candy shop isn't over. People think it's over. That was just the end to that kind of, let's say, season. There's like, you know how you get a break in a season?
So you're going to be having more episodes again?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
So-
a storyline though, so that I can see where that's gonna
Yeah.
go.
So, I mean, do you think you're going to see Frailey out of this? Actually get to see Frailey? Like who Frailey really is? Like what he looks like? And that could be a possibility. I mean, that's a big thing that's going on. Like, I have people in my Facebook Messenger all the time, like, dude, send me a picture of Frailey. What's he really look like? Come on, man. I've been here for fucking 6 months. This is bullshit. I just want to see Frailey. I'm like, that's part of it, man. Like, and honestly, Frailey isn't like a physical being. He's more like what we talked about earlier, positivity and all that shit.
Mhm.
So
That's awesome.
right now, he's just an energy. You know, you don't got to see anything. You don't need to see anything.
So question. After the Chicago Comic-Con, you planning on going to any other ones?
We've been invited to San Antonio.
Okay.
We invited a bunch of cons in Ohio and like Florida, I think was the other one. I don't know. There's a lot. So it's like we got to weigh which ones we want to go to. We have the time, the money, the energy. Everybody can go as a team because I want it to be a professional thing.
Yeah.
I just got invited to Metropolis, Illinois. My friends run the Superman Museum there, and
Nice.
they were doing a fall festival thing, and like it was really cool. They had the chubby little black dude that was the bowling ball that went down the ship and like ran into all the pirates was there. I can't think of his name, forgive me. And then they had like a couple other cool people there that were like authors for some pretty cool books. They asked me to do it, but I just wasn't ready. You know, so I always want to make sure it's a professional thing. So like these things we have set up, I want it to be a banger. Like there's a TV where you can see Lazarus and he talks to you when you go by, or the other TV has Chavez on it and he talks to you when you go by, and you can hear the actual voice actors and they're interacting with you. And like, you know, Frailey's hat's on the table with gloves, and then I'm there. And so like, yeah. And I've been writing books that are kind of like Goosebumps. It's going to be Friends of Fear.
Cool.
So yeah, it's going to be Friends of Fear, and there's going to be short stories in them.
Kid appropriate or not kid appropriate?
Both.
Okay.
So
my kids like those kinds of books. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, it won't be anything too gory. It'll be just like Goosebumps.
Okay.
So it'll be that reading age, you know. So, and I've always been inspired by R.L. Stein, and you know, that's what I could equate Frailey to. Is like Mr. Rogers, fucking Bill Nye the Science Guy, and Pee Wee Herman, and the Munsters, like all mixed in one big ball together, and the Addams Family. You know what I mean? That's about the best way I could describe him, because he's like a wholesome dark creature, and I don't think I've seen anybody else out there that has that kind of thing going. If somebody's a dark creature, they're dark and scary, and they do all these weird fucking TikToks that are like about I am death and I fart when I go to sleep. I don't fucking know. It's not about positivity and changing the world. It's about look at how big my boobs are.
Did you fart?
Hell yeah, I did. You like that? Comedic timing. That's everything, folks.
That's great.
Mm.
You got anything else?
Squeakers had her hand raised. What do you want to say, Squeakers? Time to jump in now. You're just waving. Hi.
Dive in.
Well, if you could go anywhere without any money being an obligation, where would you go?
Waffle
Or like-
House?
Or
No.
Waffle House.
That's a great answer.
Because without money being involved, I could just eat as many fucking waffles as I want every day. So no.
You never know. It might be haunted at the Waffle House too. I mean, come on.
I imagine. Where would I go if it didn't have money involved? Probably Transylvania.
Nice.
That would be cool.
Or go to Castle Dracula, where Vlad the Impaler was, and actually see if I can get a tour there that's not like the bullshit guided one. And I want a real history of what happened, and like I want to see shit that's not supposed to see. And
Vlad Castle, yeah.
Yeah, that would be where I would go. See, Dark Side comes out. I'm not always fun and fucking happy. I want to go see some blood and some crazy shit. I don't know. But yeah, that would be at Castle Dracula because it's in Romania, I think.
Yeah.
They also have a haunted horse there too in Transylvania.
Ooh.
Farmer and his whole flock of sheep went missing. Nobody ever found a trace.
I heard they used to bury people alive in concrete there so that they couldn't get out because they thought they were vampires and shit. Or like, no, they would do something to where they couldn't get out because they thought they were vampires. I don't think they had concrete back then. Or the possibility, they made putty like they did for houses and probably bricked them in.
Yeah.
That's
fucked up.
Kind of like the seeing if a witch is a witch if she floats or she survives being thrown in water, then she's a witch.
Yeah.
If she dies, she was innocent.
Yeah.
Makes perfect sense.
Well, that's kind of fucked up.
Right?
Oh shit, she died. I guess she wasn't a witch. I mean,
Yeah.
oh,
Well, that's
there
how
goes another
times
one.
were back then, right? Like they didn't know. They didn't have the technology we do. That was their technology. Like, if you put this stick on Nina and she doesn't turn into a toad, I'm a witch. I don't fucking know. But you know what I mean? Like they believed in the wildest like shit of finding out truths back then. Like,
yeah.
Well, because I think back then, I think it was everybody believed in religion so much.
The fear was so thick.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was, and there was people in the town that were just like, I don't know if you've watched Hocus Pocus too, but like that guy that's the leader. There was a lot of those people, I imagine.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love that movie. It was so funny.
Yeah, it was so good. I don't understand why people are pooping on it.
I thought it was hilarious.
I like how they left the ending open, so now there's new witches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and there might be another movie, which would be cool. So
Told that it was demonic, and I laughed. And this was even before I saw the second show. I was like,
"Oh, the lady saying don't let your kids watch Hocus Pocus 2 because there's real spells and it can affect your children."
oh yeah, the crazy lady from Texas. Mm-hmm.
Good Lord.
Yikes!
Right. That'd be like if I was dressed up in a hot dog suit on my show, if it ever got there, and I'm just sitting there, and they're like, "Don't watch this show, kids, because you'll turn into a fucking hot dog." It's the same fucking thinking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get possessed by a hot dog demon. No. Suck my ass. Stop being crazy idiots.
Mm-hmm.
What? You know what I mean? Like, I don't. What? Do you think she's really crazy, or she really thinks that?
"Oh my
Well,
god!"
I don't know. Okay, a couple of years ago here in Minnesota, there was a woman that literally called into a radio station, right?
Oh, the deer thing, yes.
Oh, I've
And
not heard
you
this.
know how there's deer crossing signs, right?
Yeah.
This chick legit thought that wherever you put a deer crossing sign, that's where they're going to cross.
So she called into the station and she's like, "I just don't get it. Why would they put the signs in the middle of a busy road? Why don't they pick like a middle of the nowhere dirt road where there's not very much traffic?"
This chick was like legit, like serious.
She's like, it makes no sense. You're setting them up to get hit. Like what?
And like the radio talk show host is like, that's not quite how it works.
Like, put the signs in a less.
And she just kept going on, and then the radio host finally he's like, "Okay, you know what? Just forget it." And he like legit like started roasting her on live radio.
He's like giving her shit, but making her think that he's being real, making fun of her, and she still doesn't get it.
Speaking
Look
of
at
hot
that thing.
dogs,
Look at it. We're just talking about you.
Really?
Yeah. You hot dog demon? Yeah.
Maybe.
Hey, you're like Frailey. You got purple eyes. That's cool. Maybe you're like related to Frailey. You're his hot dog cousin.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Would, you know what? That would be really cool.
Instead of Frailey Fear, you're Frankie Fear because you're a hot dog.
Oh, I wish I were an Oscar Mayer wiener.
No, but that's funny with that deer shit though. You just like people stop in the middle of the road and they're like, call the police. They're like, there's no fucking deer crossing here, man. Where's all the deer?
I remember listening to it live, and like this chick was like for real serious. She honestly thought wherever you put the signs, that's where they were going to cross.
Jesus,
and I remember listening to it and being like, "How are you still alive?"
Seriously?
Okay, I'm gonna switch it up real quick. Let's talk about Bigfoot. You guys think Bigfoot's real?
Seriously needs to go and put a Bigfoot on top of the deer.
If there's other cryptids, yeah, I believe there's, yeah.
So I have a friend who, real quick, I have a friend who travels and does stories on the internet about this, and people send him in stories about Bigfoot where he goes to the Ozarks, he goes out to like the deserts out in like Arizona, California. He'll set up a camp and shit and stay the night there, and people in the comments are like, "Bro, you need like a bear box, you need all this other shit." He's like going out there unprepared at first, but now he's good. But he had something attack him. And this is why I'm asking. He didn't know, and he thought it could be a fucking giant Wookiee, man.
Uh-oh.
We got a guy on our show that does a Bigfoot documentary. He still is. He just released the next, I guess, chapter, you could say.
Yeah.
He works for the Discovery Channel.
Or did, I'm not sure. He's a wildlife photographer.
So these things are real. Like,
I think that they exist, but I'm not going to say that I know if they're this dimension or not.
yeah.
They could be interdimensional. I don't know.
Or Wookiee.
Did you just ask what a Wookiee was? Star Wars.
Yeah, there you go. That's better than mine.
One
Yeah.
right there.
One way to do it.
Suck on my nanny, suck on my nanny.
Well, you guys know Cliff Rockman actually has the Bigfoot Museum actually 10 minutes from me.
Oh shit! You have to get naked and break in there and fucking hang out with some Bigfoot.
I had so much fun in there. I mean, some of the big hairy guys in there are.
So I'm saying,
I'm
just get
telling you,
naked.
they're like 7-10 feet tall.
Just get naked, take a picture with the Bigfoots, and make it your fucking profile picture
You seen that?
Is
for all
a
your dating
museum
sites
or
or
a
whatever
bar?
fuck you got going on.
Maybe.
That'd be awesome.
Do they have a bar in the museum?
Sorry.
You got to go to the museum and come find out.
Come in the museum. I swear it's safe and I won't get naked. There's
Come
chili.
in. Yeah, just come on in. You get private tours. You know, you go behind the black curtain. The curtain moves, and you never know what you're going to see out
Never go behind the curtain, kids.
there.
It'll ruin your life.
No, it's okay.
I mean, it fucked everything up in Wizard of Oz. What makes you think it's not going to fuck this up?
Okay, touche.
Because Wizard of Oz, the whole movie is spectacular and like fantasy until you find out.
It was more fucked up than the Wizard of Oz. Excuse my French. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Remember when they're in the tunnel and there was a chicken? They cut the chicken's head off.
Oh, they're on like the boat ride, their version of the boat ride.
Like who? That's why I'm fucked up. Is because of that.
Well, that's what happened in the original Willy Wonka. There's like scenes of the chicken getting his head cut off and all kinds of other
Yeah,
shit.
that's what it was. Yeah, Willy Wonka, the
Yeah.
original. That's why. I'm
Well, yeah, in the original, you know, also they were floating up towards a giant fan that was supposed to cut them off.
Yeah, chop them into fucking all these pieces because they drank some bubbly drink and were floating.
And the only way to stop floating was to burp.
Yeah, that's right. Oh God, I love that movie so much, man. Yeah, that was a big inspiration of Frailey too. Like, you know, just making everybody happy, creating our own world, and like, yeah, dude. It made me sad when the actor that played Willy Wonka passed away. We did like a whole thing for him.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
sad. He did a lot of different shows too, and
But they're supposed to be doing another Wonka movie. It's just called Wonka. It's supposed to come out in like 2023. Yeah.
he did a lot of weird shows though too. But and for his time.
Yeah. You guys got any other fun questions?
Thoughts
I like the
on
questions.
Avatar 2?
My thoughts on Avatar? I didn't even know they were coming out with the second one. Was supposed to be some water thing. I don't know. I seen something like it's like something water. The waves of the
Yeah,
water.
they're like incorporating the ocean into the second one. Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know
I
what?
don't
Who
know.
banned the sexy info there? And
I did.
man, that could have been that. That was probably albino midget porn going on. You did
Yeah,
that,
but you could have got a customer there because we were talking at the same time that shit popped up.
right?
It could have come to your museum with all the other fucking Sasquatches.
That's
You could have took
right.
them behind the curtain and showed them your chili.
The little black curtain.
They probably were listening and thought, ooh, they're talking about blah blah blah. Let's pop this in there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, but
Oh, sexy
what were we saying?
girlfriend.
Avatar. Oh yeah, I seen one of my buddies is a huge Avatar fan. He's like, it's been like 15 years. I've waited on this, and it better not be bullshit. And I'm just like, we not learned. They're not gonna make it the way you want it, man. They're making another Avatar movie to make money.
I remember there is a movie that I felt that way about though. Zombieland 2.
What is it?
Zombieland 2.
Oh yeah, I was just so excited. The first one was so great.
I love it. That's like one of the few zombie shows that I loved. Did you guys ever get to see Z Nation?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
cool, too.
I've seen it.
I'm totally
World War
lost
Z.
now.
World War Z was one of my favorite new zombie movies. That was pretty good.
Nice.
With Brad Pitt.
Classmates from college were actually in Z Nation. I was surprised. I laughed my butt off. I could tell it was exactly them. And then I contacted them and they were like, yeah, that was me. So
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Honestly, the second Zombieland actually was pretty good.
Yeah, I agree. That's like me with the Rings of Power. Like, I was so excited for the Lord of the Rings stuff. And then like that come out and everybody was shitting on it and it kind of bummed me out. But then I kind of just shut all that shit out. So like if you're excited about a movie, people or like a show, just be excited about it. Don't go read reviews or what other people think, because it's only going to fuck up your mentality for the movie. If you enjoy it, just watch it by yourself. Don't.
Journalism is not like it used to be, and now journalism is. If I can't say it's all of them, but for the majority of them, it's weird how they post things anymore.
Well, nowadays nothing's like it was back then. Like think about it. In the 90s, there was like flashy clothes. Everything was so bright. Everything was new. There was badass commercials. We had an actual music television show where actual talented people were on that and they promoted their work. It's not people making shit in their basement and putting it on Spotify and somebody finds it and it's funny and it gets 1 million views. There was talent behind everything everybody did. Even in the actors in the movie in Hollywood now. Like there's no big time name one actor that reminds you of Robin Williams. Nobody.
You're right.
So I'm saying there's nobody from that time period.
You're right.
There's nobody from that time period, and now there's just like it's just bland. There's all these remakes. We're trying to get famous, instant gratification. There's nobody doing their own thing. They're not original. They don't take cues from people in the past because they think they're so smart because they have Google and all this other shit that's going on. They don't want to learn. It's different times. It's completely changed, and I think it's terrible. I sound so fucking old.
I know.
Right? I think I was born in the 90s.
I'm not that old.
Honestly, the only one that comes to mind when you mention Robert Williams, Ryan Reynolds.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Because he's got that same personality of that he purposely goes for that laugh.
But like Robin was a stand-up comedian. He did stand-up. He was an actor, in movies. And he was like, he had all those movies where he'd won like all these awards, like Grammys, all kinds of shit, whatever you get when you win movie awards. I don't know the names.
Emmys.
Yeah, there you go. He had all kinds of awards and shit. He won like some kind of lifetime achievement award and like all this other stuff. And he was just, I don't know, man. I feel like it's a dying generation, kind of like how CDs were a dying thing and DVDs. Now everything's digital. I feel like that era, like people are more, like I said, instant gratification and want to fucking make money more than they want to entertain people and make.
Yeah. Nowadays, everybody just wants it right now.
Yeah, and they just, it's like with video games. That's why they push out all these video games. I hate to bring up video games, but that's a big example. Look what happened with Cyberpunk. All these people wanted it. They pushed it out too early. It was a fucking disaster. People got sued for $55 million.
Yep.
Yeah, a bad deal.
Something that blows my mind actually is, the Robin Williams movie where his wife commits suicide and he goes to hell to save her.
Oh yeah, with the Cuba Gooding Jr. as God.
And then the fact that he committed suicide in real life.
Yeah.
Like that blows my mind if you like stop and think about it.
Well, that's one of the things we try to address on Frailey Fear too. Just because somebody looks like they're happy, people wear masks every day to hide their emotions, hide their true ambitions, their true desires. Somebody could be wearing that mask just to be a part of your life because they don't like you and they're just trying to run you to the ground. Or they could have a crush on you and they're not telling you, or they just, man, it's an ongoing thing. And the big thing with depression is there's a lot of people that will look happy. They put on that facade so they don't want other people to feel their pain. You know what I mean? Because they're going through shit.
Comedy especially.
They don't want to talk about it. They don't, and it's like pulling teeth to talk to people, because then once you start talking to them about it, it's just like, bam, all of the weight at once. And I hate it. I had a friend who That's all he wanted to do was talk about. He couldn't just be positive. And I was telling him, I'm like, man, you just got to focus on the good side of things. And he just never wanted to do it. He just surrounded himself with negativity, and I couldn't be a part of his life anymore, unfortunately. Like, and there's a line. That's not depression. That's just narcissism, maybe attention, and he doesn't know it. Needs help.
They say that if you get into a negative mindset, especially at a young age, and you never correct it, and you don't do the work to correct it, after time, it can be your permanent personality. Like it's really hard to break off of that.
It's scary.
Overthinking can do a lot of it too, and overthinking I think it's a disease as well, not just in itself, not just depression.
Undiagnosed ADHD is a huge problem for adults right now.
Yep.
Right. See, I'm glad I'm like Bugs Bunny. Like, I don't care. I'll do and say anything. But I've been through some wild shit too that caused me to be this way. I feel like it's just people, how you deal with shit. Like when bad times come along, are you gonna sit there and like, misery loves company? Or are you gonna fucking, shrug it off and continue to be positive about things and push through it and just, try to help other people? Because that's the one thing I've realized in life is like, your actions, your behavior, your mentality affects all these people that are around you too. You're not just in a bubble by yourself.
Yep.
So like when you go out and your friends are excited to see you and shit, and you're sitting there and you're just drinking a beer, being miserable, not saying shit, they're like, that brings everybody else down.
Yeah.
And then they're worried about you. And then you get all these calls and they're like, if you just open up and talk to them about it, or just be like, hey man, you got 5 minutes? Like we go outside and smoke and talk about this. Maybe you'll feel better. And then like, those people will be there for you. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of people in the world now that have anxiety just really bad. Cause we're all in this age of like on the computers constantly. We're all at home constantly. I don't see any kids in my fucking neighborhood ride bikes. When I was a kid, I was riding my fucking bike every goddamn day I could. I was going out on adventures, man. Me and my buddies were fucking a little biker gang. We were gone, man.
When we were kids, we didn't have YouTube.
I remember riding.
We had Nintendo, though. We had Nintendo. We had video games and shit like that was entertaining, but we still chose to go outside.
Yep.
And our parents my parents, I don't know about your guys, but like my parents were like, you need to go the fuck outside and do something. I'm like, what? You go the fuck outside and go hang out with your friends. Go do something. Don't sit in here all day. I'm like, okay, damn it.
Stay home when the street light comes on.
Yeah, that's true.
Myself now.
Yeah.
I remember riding my bike from my mom and dad's house all the way into town, which is about 4 miles.
Damn.
And hanging out with my friends all day, going to the beach, doing, bullshitting around, and then riding my bike all the way back out to the house before it gets dark.
That's awesome. I remember riding my bike. It took me in the morning. My dad gave me like $20 for allowance one week because I helped do some yard shit and get me to shut the fuck up and leave him alone for the weekend. And I remember I just got a new bike. I got I think it was a Dino or a Huffy. I think it was a Dino. No, it was a Huffy. It was a white Huffy. But I got all the way. I drove, like you said, I drove all the way from our house. It's like 3 miles, maybe 3 or 4. All the way from our house into town to Walmart and changed in my $20 bill for quarters. And I sat there and played the Double Dragon machine all day with my buddies. And then we fucking went and hung out and rode bikes and like ramp shit. And then I went home and my dad was out front with the fucking belt and like, where you been all day? Because it was like nighttime when I got home. And I told him, because my friends rode up with me. He was like, you were with those guys hanging out? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay, cool. I was worried about you. That's all. Just disregard this. And I was like, I was going to get my ass busted. In a generation where they made you go outside and pick a switch, which switch you want to get your ass busted with if you were misbehaving. I don't know.
But too.
Yeah, we learned real quick not to step out of line.
My mom has a really funny story about when we were little kids. My brother was the mischievous one, and so when we all got in trouble, we had to go. She'd call us over. We'd have to bend her over, need to get spanked. And my brother, he's like, hold on. And she's like, get over here, whatever. And he comes out and she goes to bend him over and he had put in one of his books from his room in his pants.
Yeah.
And she said she was laughing so hard she couldn't even, she just laughed for a while.
Oh yeah. I forgot to say, this is a random plug for me that I'm going to start promoting them because they deserve it on my channel and everywhere I go on podcast. If you're in the Metropolis area, and this is a piece of history, they have the most Superman memorabilia from like George Reeves to Christopher Reeves, the suits from the movies, all kinds of shit. Go there, spend $5. It supports the museum and it keeps it going. And you could go see some cool Superman stuff from my friends Morgan and Adam. And then there's a hidden gem shop down the street that's like everything from your childhood from the 70s, 80s, 90s with cool music and a thematic theme like that you would want to buy, collectibles, all kinds of stuff. Kevin Smith was just there. Like they just gave Kevin Smith a guided tour.
Is it Metropolis, Illinois?
Yes. It's called the Super Museum. And my friends Morgan Siebert and Adam Siebert own it. And if you're there, go there, check it out. Tell them that Frailey sent you, or Mikey, Moon, whatever the fuck. They don't know who it is. And yeah.
Here, I got
just,
the link.
Yeah, because I want to be able to help them as much as possible because like they do so much good stuff there and like it's a fun place. And they just spent the whole summer rebuilding that place. And it's like legit a wonderful, really cool experience if you're in the area.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be something to stop, like if you ever driving through the state. A lot more entertaining than the giant ball of twine, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, there's a huge Superman statue. You can stand under him, take a picture of you punching his nuts.
There's really a giant ball of twine?
I have some other ideas.
In Minnesota, yes, there's the world's biggest ball of twine.
That's awesome. In Kentucky, there's a knitting factory. It's like a historical thing. So goddamn boring.
There's a pottery one here in Minnesota.
Or what is it? There's one thing that's in Louisville, Kentucky that's like, this is how we made the Louisville Sluggers. Did you just see an assembly line of baseball bats and you're like, all right, I paid $50 for this? Cool. Is there alcohol involved? I'm out of here. Yeah. You guys got any other fun questions? I know I keep asking that, but I mean, I'm trying to think.
I brought all my questions with already, so
Thank
Sarah, you're up.
I think you guys answered a lot of my questions already too. So I absolutely have enjoyed this today.
You don't want to know what comic books I'm reading while I'm taking a number 2? What the fuck?
Okay, what comic books are you reading?
Oh, good lord.
Okay, new Spider-Man and Spawn come out, so I've been reading those. It's really interesting. So when I feel like it's going to be a vicious day, I read Spawn because it helps things come out better. But Spider-Man is if it's going to be a long one, I'm reading Spider-Man. You like that?
So,
well then.
Subscribe to
so it could
Frailey
be
Fear.
like so when you're reading Spawn, so it's like freely coming out, right?
Did you just call me Frito? Frito
I
Fear?
said freely coming
Frito
out.
Fear. Sponsored by Fritos Chips.
Great, now you're gonna get a copyright.
Fuck! Not sponsored by Fritos Chips. Sponsored by Poop and Well.
Get him on the Petri dish.
Sponsored by ClownPenisHonk.com.
God, can you imagine?
We need to get him on that. I should talk with.
There's another a podcast that you would love.
ClownPenisFart.com.
Yeah, I gotta get him on mine too. Maybe.
What?
I messaged you
I'm
about
talking
it.
about clown dicks and shit, and you guys are like, yeah, you got to get you on the fucking show. I mean, you just got
Oh God, if you show me a clown dick, I'm running. I'm sorry.
the balls are red, the shaft is white, and the tip is blue. It's a clown dick.
It sounds like
Hello,
you need to go
Austin
see a
Dale.
doctor.
Circulation problem.
I like how she's trying to stop the show, and I'm just hijacking it and talking about clown dicks. We're still going. The show's not over.
Oh.
See, look at those clown balls on her eyes. Oh my god! All right, end the fucking show.
Hey, Austin.
I'm gonna black out.
Oh, hey, Austin.
Oh, but if you guys haven't, subscribe to Frailey Fear, become a friend of Fear today. This is lovely, all you wonderful people here who have let me come on your show and terrorize you for the past 2 hours.
Yeah.
Good 2 hours. Holy crap.
What? Those 2 hours I ain't getting back, am I? I'm just
2 hours is a long
listen,
time.
bye, folks. I'm out of here now.
All right.
She waves. What the fuck, Squeaker? Why are you waving? Like, bye.
She's like, that's fine. You've been dressing up like a hot dog. I've been waiting for you to leave, bitch.
I was waiting.
Oh, shit.
All right. Is this done? Are we over this? I can start talking about more shit. We could go for another hour.
Let's do it.
I totally want to. How about a part 2? What do you say?
All right. When I was 3 years old, I pissed in a tiger's mouth. No. Yeah, I'm down. That sounds good to me.
Bedlam squeakers.
Yeah. I rode a zebra with no clothes on into a burning building. Saved a fucking bunch of chimpanzees. Then ate a pile of crackers. Got hopped up on Mountain Dew. And created Legos.
Now
That's a
now you're
lie.
trying to sound like you're sounding like David Bowie.
I know you didn't get hopped up on Mountain Dew.
Have you seen that dude's junk in the labyrinth? God damn, his balls are huge.
Because he was wearing a codpiece.
Nah, man. Those are some big, tasty, sweaty balls. Didn't talk about some goblin balls. David Bowie was hung like a fucking chief. Indian chief big balls. What's your name? My name are Big Balls. You suck 'em. Sorry. That's right. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Suck my ass.
And here's how we end the show.
Wait again.
All right, everybody. Thank you for watching. Have a good night. Happy hauntings. Bye-bye.